Another one of these brilliant videos on the Term 3 exam, this time looking at the question, how far did Stalin modernise the economy? Key things in the question, how far, so you've got to evaluate. Obviously it's Stalin and not anybody else. Soviet economy means that it's economic policies and nothing else. No one fell into that trap, I don't think. Keyword then, in that case, is modernise. Generally speaking, you took one of two approaches. Approach A was where you thought about Stalin's economic policies and you thought, well, okay, there's two clear halves of the essay, collectivization, 5-year plans, and then either he did or he didn't modernize the economy. There's 4 quarters, 4 decent long paragraphs, there's an essay, easy. Nothing wrong with that at all. You're drawing your examples either from collectivization or from the 5-year plans, and you were able to write pretty good essays. Have a look at approach B and compare approaches A and B. So approach B was to not divide the essay into collectivization and the 5-year plans, but instead to structure your essay around different ways you could modernize an economy. So you would have had a paragraph on increased production, paragraph on perhaps on increased quality, on efficiency, mechanization, or use of technology, which could have included things like fertilizers and agronomy in collectivization, specialization and training, and some of you even got onto culture for the workers and living conditions for the workers and the collective farmers. Approach B used examples from collectivization and the 5-year plans in any paragraph. So it didn't make a structural distinction. You know, there weren't whole paragraphs on collectivization or the 5-year plans, for example. But the big difference with approach B is that you end up with a much richer discussion of the concept of modernization. And the conclusions were more nuanced, because you're able to say, with approach B, for example, that although Stalin modernized the economy in the sense that production increased in the 5-year plans in industry, it didn't result in increased quality or increased efficiency. In fact, if you look at agriculture, there's decreased production and arguably decreased efficiency because there's so much death and famine going on as well. So approach B led to more sophisticated answers, more nuanced discussions of the concept of modernization, and more thoughtful conclusions were possible with approach B. Having said that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with approach A. So if you took approach A, don't beat yourself up about it, but instead think about whether you could have adopted approach B if you'd thought of it. And secondly, whether you could approach something like approach B next time around. I hope that helps.